Give me 10 seconds. Yeah.
Yes, and Forest lead after half an hour here at Meadow Lane. Massive apologies for the lack of audio within the first half an hour. But Forest do lead through Oliver Hammond's 16th minute goal. Forest have the throw in deep on the left. Here's Aaron Donnelly. Quick run through of the Forest under-23s lineup tonight. In goal, Jordan Smith. Finn back, Aaron Donnelly. Josh, oh, here come Forest. I'll come back to the team shortly as back sees a cross blocked. It's well recovered there, and it's with back again. Looks for Larsson's run. Larsson pulls it back, and it's Swan. And it's 2-0 Forest. Will Swan adds the second. Good work there from Julian Larsson to win back possession. Keeps composed, and he picks out Swan from close range to double the Reds' lead. They've been in control, the Reds, for the opening half an hour, and Swan's goal doubles the lead 15 minutes before the break. Andy Reid will be pleased with that. The initial move on the right-hand side with back broke down, but Larsson showed good tenacity to win back possession and then showed calmness to pick out Swan. And it was a typical Will Swan finish across the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. 2-0 Forest. And we're back underway here at Meadow Lane. As back watches that one under pressure. Just to reiterate the Forest team tonight: Jordan Smith in goal, Finn back, Aaron Donnelly, Josh Barnes, Baba Fernandez, Sam Sanders, Ollie Hammond, who opened the scoring tonight, Tyrese Fornah, skipper in the team, Will Swan, Atif Konate and Julian Larsson. On the bench tonight, goalkeeper Nicky Hogarth, Rezat Rama, Billy Fuster, Alex Gibson-Hammond and Dale Taylor. West Brom's team tonight: in goal, Ted Can, Oreo Teixeira, Zach Ashworth, Caleb Taylor, the captain, Kevin Joshua, Zach Delaney, Jamie Andrews, Toby King, Kenneth Zahor, Reyes Cleary, Owen Windsor. And Reds lead 2-0. We're in the 33rd minute here at Meadow Lane. There's a free kick there for the Reds. Foul on back. It's back to Smith, who clears up towards the halfway line, looking for Larsson, but he's beaten to the ball. Fernandez plays it back into midfield. And here's Fornah. Looks to get the Reds moving. It's Donnelly. Konate. And it'll be a West Bromwich Albion throw on the halfway line, just in front of Andy Reid and Dave Rogers. Again, apologies for the technical issues, but we're now back up and running. And here come West Brom on the right-hand side. Here's Fornah, moves away well from his marker. Looks to move the play to the left-hand side now. Here's Donnelly as an option. Donnelly fouled there for a Forest free kick midway inside the West Brom half. Here's back to Fornart. Looks to take the strike first time, but loses his footing. Wins back possession well. Neat turn. It's Konate. Donnelly always an option out on this left-hand side. Ball into the box is cleared away. West Brom look to build an attack themselves, but Konate recovers well. Donnelly. Good work by Donnelly to Larson. Fornart. Fornart drives forward and tries a left-footed strike. It's a decent effort, but the ball whistles just wide of the far post. Ted Cannon troubled there. But we don't normally see Fornart in those types of positions, so you don't blame him for having a strike. Fornart playing slightly higher up tonight, with Josh Barnes sitting just in front of the back four. Here come West Brom now on the right hand side with Teixeira. Hammond across quickly, and Hammond's in well. Right in front of the Forest dugout there. Ollie Hammond recently made his Wales under-21 debut, a proud moment for him. His brother Ben Hammond currently in the Wales under-18 setup. Ball moved over to the West Brom left now. Finn back quickly across, but the ball comes into the penalty area. Sam Sanders watches that every inch of the way. West Brom have it back, and they get a strike away on the edge of the box through Andrews, but it's comfortable for Smith, who looks to get the Reds moving forward quickly. Looks a foul on Larson there, but referee waves play on. Larson, another to have featured for his international team recently, Sweden under-20s. Now here's Konate as Larson approaching on the left, but Konate can't quite find Fornart. And West Brom look to attack quickly. Here's Cleary, has Zahor in company. Cleary turns well, gets a strike away. Sanders gets a block in, appeals for a handball from the West Brom camp, but the referee remains unmoved. And Hammond, tidy as always in midfield, finds Donnelly to clear away. It's 2-0 Forest here as we approach the 38th minute. I'm joined here by Forest TV's George Harvey. George, a new recruit to the Forest media team here. What have you made of the game so far this evening?
I think it's been played at a really good tempo. I think Andy Reid will be delighted with his size display on that front. I think you look defensively, obviously West Brom have got a lot of pace in attack, and they're led by Kenneth Zahor, who joined the club from Cardiff for a sizable 7-figure fee a couple of years ago now. Obviously fell down the favour at the Hawthorns, but Baba Fernandez and Sam Sanders having to deal with him really well so far. Rodrigo Eli picked up a quad injury, he's picked up a minor setback in training, so he was meant to feature tonight, but you know, the two young lads have defended relatively well here tonight so far. They can have a bit to do here with Zahor inside the area, who uses hold-up play, turns away from the area, plays it out wide to the left back, and the left back's cross is put into Kenneth Zahor, but Jordan Smith, who's in goal tonight, Nicky Hogarth on the bench, so it's a good save. But no, fluid front three playing very well as well. Really good understanding between Larson, Konate and Swan, and you see that from the two goals. Obviously great vision by Larson, and you know, Swan had a good chance before that as well.
Excellent debut there, George, thank you. Didn't think I was going to get a word in then. Forest look to move quickly, but it'll be a West Brom throw. Just over 5 minutes until the break here at Meadow Lane. Hammond is on the loose ball, and here's Donnelly again. Looks inside, it was a good idea. Larson wasn't quite on the same wavelength. West Brom, an attack breaks down, and it'll be a Forest throw. Forest can regroup after that. West Brom turn the ball over quickly, but it will be a Forest throw. Here's Sanders. Forest build from the back. It's a busy week for Forest. Obviously 23s in Premier League 2 action tonight against West Brom, before Steve Cooper's side are at the City Ground tomorrow night against Sheffield United, and then again at the City Ground on Saturday against Preston. And after that it's the international break, so the Reds will be looking to have a productive week. Here's Fernandez out wide to back. Fornart to Sanders. Here's Donnelly. Closed down by the West Brom fullbacks. Barnes moves the ball upfield. Good turn there from West Brom's Taylor. Fernandez reads that well. Canate is under pressure here. West Brom nick it back. Andy Reid wasn't too pleased with that one. Ball into the box. It's a good turn, but Fernandez just as sharp in the penalty area and clears for a West Brom corner. Forest will be keen not to concede now before the break. 2-0 is a good lead, but a dangerous lead. Don't want to give West Brom any momentum here before the break. And it'll be Jamie Andrews to deliver the left-footed corner from the right-hand side, an in-swinger for the Reds to defend here. Referee has spotted something inside or on the edge of the penalty area that he's not happy with. Talking to Finn back. And Andrews will deliver again from the right-hand side. Still quite a bit of movement in the area where the referee wasn't happy, but play resumes and Smith gets a hand on that, and the strike comes in from Zach Ashworth, but it's comfortable and runs for a Forest goal kick. Smith clears upfield for the Reds towards Swan. Donnelly will meet that well. The Northern Ireland under-21 international. Sam Sanders heads away. Zahor shows a good touch there, and West Brom build on the left now. Quickly closed down by back. A loose touch there from Cleary, and it'll be a Forest throw. So we approach half-time, George. I guess Forest now will be keen to go in with that clean sheet still intact and not give West Brom any sort of momentum. No,
absolutely. As we said before, that they've really not allowed West Brom any real space in and around the penalty area. And when they have managed to get deliveries into the box, been well dealt with. Smith's very experienced pair of hands in goal, organises defence very well. As I said, Fernandez and Sanders are really marshalling Zahor really well, and he's been having to drop deep and collect play for himself. But no, I think a clean sheet. I mean, they did that at Fulham, and obviously the game turned on its head in the second half, so they won't want to switch off just at half time. They'll go into they want to go into break with a clean sheet, but they won't want to switch off after that. And after the game at Fulham, where they conceded 2 goals in the second half, they won't want to repeat of that going forward.
Just over a minute now until the break. Forest lead 2-0. Ollie Hammond opening the scoring before Will Swan doubled the lead. And it's certainly no less than Forest deserve. It could have been more, but for a good save midway through the first half. That's a good ball there towards Larson, but he can't quite keep it in. It'll be a West Brom throw. Just looking down at the spectators in front of me, Steve Cooper is here tonight with his coaching staff. Dane Murphy also in attendance. And there's a free kick there for West Brom. Foul on Windsor. Andy Reid and Dave Rogers continue to bark out the instructions as the Reds look to go in 2-0 up at the break. Fernandez sees that one out. We will have a short break at half-time, but make sure to join us again for the second half. Send us a tweet at NFFC Academy. Let us know your thoughts on tonight's game. Smith launches the ball forward. A very loud PA announcement there as we go into 1 minute added time. Fornau on the right now. He's back. Can he get the cross in? He's done well. Finn back. Can't quite deliver the cross under pressure, and it'll be a goal kick for the visitors. Tonight's referee, Lewis Smith, checks his watch as we approach half time. Good pressing from Forest, not allowing West Brom to settle in possession inside their own half. Ball forward is towards Donnelly. Can Reds end on one last attack here? They'll certainly try with Larson. Turns away well, but he's unlucky. Can't quite find Swan. And West Brom have a counter of their own, but Fernandez reads that well, cuts the ball out. And there is the half-time whistle. Forest are 2 to the good at the break. Ollie Hammond opening the scoring before Will Swan doubled the lead. It's a deserved lead for the Reds. Andy Reid will be pleased with the majority of what he's seen so far this evening, and he'll be keen to build on that performance in the second half. As we mentioned, we'll have a short break now. Apologies again for technical issues in the first half, but we're glad we're up and running now, and we'll join you again shortly for the second half.